year was 1921. In Germany, the first road for motor vehicles, the Autobahn, was constructed, signaling the rise of the automobile. In America, Warren G. Harding was president, and a future president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, would be diagnosed with polio at the age of 39, leaving him crippled for life. In sports, the New York Giants defeated the New York Yankees 5-3 in the World Series. Back then, it took 5 games, not 4, to be declared world champions in baseball. Jack Dempsey was the heavyweight boxing champion of the world, and a horse named Behave Yourself won the Kentucky Derby. But for my sister and me, the most significant event would be the birth of our father. Vincent Victor Femia was born on March 7, 1921, the son of Giuseppe and Carmela Labella Femia. He was the oldest boy in a family of 7, which included his 3 sisters, Marion, Teresa, and Mary, and also a younger brother, Frank, who would die prematurely at the age of 5. What little formal education our father had was provided by the Utica public school system. He attended Brandegee Elementary School on J Street and completed 1/2 year of high school at the Utica Free Academy before leaving to secure full-time employment to assist with family finances in 1937. The nation, indeed the entire industrialized world, was in the throes of the Great Depression, and it was not uncommon for children of immigrant families to forego their formal education to assist with family finances. Even with this harsh reality as justification, it was a decision he would always deeply regret. Both my sister and I can attest to the fact that during our formative years, rarely would a day go by without some mention of the value of education.
Yesterday, December 7, 1921, a date that will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Military records show that Vincent Femia enlisted in the United States Army on October 26, 1939, and entered into active duty nearly 1 year later on October 15, 1940. He remained stateside for 1 year and 5 months before being assigned as an AAF gunnery instructor at Hickam Field located at Pearl Harbor in the Hawaiian Islands. After approximately 5 years of military service, he was honorably discharged on September 4th, 1945. During that time, he would be promoted to Staff Sergeant and be decorated with the American Defense Service Medal and also the Asiatic Pacific Service and Good Conduct Medals. While he would describe his military experience as an unforgettable adventure in a virtual paradise, he was anxious to return home to family and friends and revive his civilian life. Like millions of other American GIs, he had left a boy and would return a man. Upon returning home in the fall of 1945, Vincent would work a variety of jobs before being hired as a truck driver at Abelove's Linen Supply on May 1st, 1947. Equipped with a legendary work ethic, instinctive organizational skills, and a penchant for problem solving, he would rise through the ranks to the title of Divisional Manager, responsible for all operations in upstate New York. Those close to our father will validate that this was more than just a career. It was truly a passion. During his tenure, which spanned 4 decades, he would be instrumental to the growth of this company, originally founded by Barney Abelove in 1907. Now known as Associated Textile Rental Services, it has been and continues to be a vital part of the business landscape for nearly 1 century. Representing 40 of his 80 years, understandably, he possesses treasured memories of the many valued relationships nurtured there.
Here is Barney Abelov, who founded the company, and his wife Rose. Here's my grandfather Joseph Abelov and his wife Ida. Here's my father Milt Abelov and his brother Leo Abelov. And here's Hy Abrams, who married my father's sister Sylvia. I think this is Joe Nolan, who worked for the laundry for quite a few years. And this is my father's sister Sylvia. And this is Marty Abelov, who was Barney's son and my father's first cousin. Hi Vince, this is Dave Abelov, and this is a great opportunity for me to wish you a happy 80th birthday. I'm absolutely thrilled for you. You spent your whole career at Associated and building Abelov's Linen Supply, and it's great that you're now able to enjoy your retirement years in good health. And I know my dad, Milt, is looking down on you and wishing you also the very, very best of health in your retirement. And on behalf of everybody at Associated, we wish you continued success, continued health in your retirement, and God bless you.
Hi Vince, congratulations on hitting another wonderful milestone in your life. It's hard to believe how many years have gone by since you and I worked together in the Utica branch. But as I sit and think, this coming April, I'll actually begin the 38th year of my career with Associated. Looking back over the many years that we had together, I realized that if it wasn't that you took me under your wing way back when, I probably would have never had the opportunity to enjoy what I've enjoyed all these years with our company. You gave me a great work ethic and taught me not only to love the company, but to truly love the linen business. I'm convinced that without the knowledge that I gathered from you over the years, and without having the opportunity to bring that knowledge forward to all the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, I would never have the opportunities to be as successful as I have with the company. You are a wonderful friend. You are a wonderful boss. I sincerely hope that the Lord watches over you and your family and blesses you with health and happiness. Happy birthday. I sincerely hope we could get together this coming summer. I'd love to show you the new Associated of Rochester. God bless you. Hope to see you soon.
On May 7, 1947, just 1 week after beginning his career with Abelovs, Vincent Famia was joined in marriage with Elvira Marlene Calachico. It was a union which would last until her passing some 38 years later and produced 2 children, a son David born on July 8, 1948, and a daughter Mary Beth born on Christmas Eve, 1952. Early years were spent in a rental flat located on the 1600 block of Brinkerhoff Avenue. They would then buy their first home just 2 blocks down the street at 1421 Brink. Purchase of this home would require that the family car be sold in order to secure funds for a down payment on the asking price of $10,000. This would necessitate Vincent walking nearly 4 miles to work each day for several months until finances permitted buying another vehicle. 1421 Brink would serve as a virtual memory factory for 15 years. Holidays, reading, countless hours watching the one available channel on the big screen TV, eating, cooling out in the backyard, learning the sweet science, hanging out with cousins, hanging out with family and friends, or just hanging out were some of a wide range of activities his family enjoyed while living there. In the Famia version of the Jeffersons, you moved on up and out of Cornhill to an upscale neighborhood in suburban New Hartford at 8 Slayton Bush Lane. But for reasons no one quite understands, you moved back to 1421 Brink after only 2 short years. Soon after that, events would unfold at warp speed. Your daughter would graduate nursing school and get married and start her own family. Your son would also graduate from college and return home to first begin a career as a teacher and later as a technician for the telephone company. He would then buy a home on Cato Lake, which would become a favorite gathering place for family events. Then in 1983, he too, at the tender age of 35, would finally be married as you and your wife sighed a sigh of relief. The next major event for Vinny and Vera would be a change of address to a quaint English Tudor-styled home located in a Norman Rockwell-esque neighborhood of South Utica. This change of venue would represent a lifelong culmination of hard work, sacrifice, and responsibility. It was to be the perfect ending in what is known as the American dream, a quiet and peaceful place to enjoy well-deserved golden years. But life, being what it is, predictably unpredictable, would have Vera die suddenly and unexpectedly from a heart attack on March 9, 1985. Both stunned and shocked by this loss, Vinny would now face the challenge of attempting to build a new life without his devoted spouse of nearly 4 decades. In 1986, he would meet Sarah Roski, also widowed, and in May of 1987, they would be joined in marriage. They now share productive lives together with active participation in the lives of their children and grandchildren. Vinny is extremely proud of his extended family, which includes a son-in-law, Drew Donovan, a daughter-in-law, Patty Taglieri-Femia, 2 granddaughters, and 3 grandsons. Bethany Donovan, 19, is a freshman at Nazareth College in Rochester, working toward a degree in music therapy. Jessica Donovan, 8, is a student at the Jones Elementary School in Utica. Vincent Femia, 16, is a student at Staley Middle School in Rome, New York. Brian Donovan, also 16, is a student at Proctor High School in Utica. And Drew Donovan, 13, is a student at Donovan Middle School in Utica. At this writing, Vinny and his wife Sarah are enjoying themselves at their winter residence in Treasure Island, Florida, and are scheduled to return home mid-April. So this brings us up to date on the life that is Vincent Victor Femia's, now entering his 80th year. We sincerely hope that he and all others viewing this video have enjoyed his story. And oh yeah, stay tuned for the sequel with a working title of Handsome Vinny, The Last 20 Years, to be released on his 100th birthday in the year 2021. Happy birthday, Vinny.
Hi, Dad. David and I are here, and we want to wish you a very happy 80th birthday. I was gathering my thoughts this morning about you, and I always remember morning being our very favorite time. You would wake up in the morning, you would perk the coffee, poach your egg, put on the Today Show. After all that, you would go into the bathroom and put on your favorite aftershave after you cleaned up, and I still remember the scent. Then you would come out. I would be the second one to wake up. You would hug me and kiss me and be full of cheerful conversation, which annoyed David and Mommy because they used to wake up and want to be left alone. But then again, Dad, you know that you were always like me and David was always like Mommy. Anyhow, I'd like to also to speak about our wonderful times together. You were always a loving and affectionate dad to me. I remember from way back when we were up at Old Forge and we'd be in the water and you would hold me tight to you, and I always felt so warm and secure in your love as I do now. You've been wonderful to me. I always felt you were there for me. You were always understanding, the peacemaker of our family, and always big on family and communication and showing love to one another. You were always very sincere, and you will see through the future videos how everyone loves and respects you. And I'm so glad that in the 10 Commandments, honor thy father and mother was not a difficult one for me at all, because you always had my love. Thank you. You did when I said thank you.
Hi, Vinny. Strangely, I guess because of the importance of what I'd like to say, I'm stricken with performance anxiety. Believe it? Anyway, I've written down what I'd like to say, and I hope you don't mind my reading it to you. To now attempt to put into words how I feel about you seems the quintessential exercise of futility. Such feelings resist definition because they have nothing to do with intellect. Rather, they are visceral. That is, they are spawned from deep, unforgettable emotions. The feelings I speak of are never singular. They are rather a unique blend of sentiments brought about from a lifelong slideshow of memorable moments, both good and bad, that have ultimately shaped you as a person. God knows I have my share of faults, and if he doesn't, well, he always has you to remind him, doesn't he? But seriously, Vinny, whatever good there is about me is without a doubt a consequence of being so blessed to have you and Ma as parents. To go on and mention specifically all the countless times you have been there for me would make what you are seeing now the video equivalent to War and Peace, and I choose not to torture you that way. So suffice it to say, while we as father and son have had our share of acrimony, while there have been times I have never understood you and rebelled against you, I have never, ever, not once doubted your love for me. Despite all the times I let you down and disappointed you with behavior patterns I now see as shameful, you never gave up on me. Each stern lecture you ever gave me always ended the same way. You would say, "Son, it's never too late to change." A seemingly simple expression, but what it conveyed was all powerful. For what these words offered was hope. And even more than love, hope is what drives us all perpetually forward and renders the human spirit indomitable. I remain amazed at how much wiser you became the older I got. As they say, the kind of wisdom that only age can bring. As I now wish you a happy birthday on this very impressive longevity milestone, I respectfully request you keep up the trend. For the truth is, as long as I have a father, I can still consider myself a kid. And now, as I approach 53 years, that is a luxury and privilege I hope you continue to provide me with. So happy birthday, handsome Vinny, and please know I love you with all my heart. Dad, Mary Beth and I are now going to make a toast to you and wish you the happiest and a very joyous 80th birthday. Buona salute.
We love you, Dad.
Gentile.
Happy 80th birthday, Vinny. I have nothing but very, very fond memories of you. The list is very, very long, but all I want to say is you are a loving, caring, wonderful big brother, and I love you very much. Happy 80th.
Hey, happy birthday there, Victor Mature lookalike. Happy 80th. We miss you. We wish you were here with us. And when are you going to come out and visit us here?
I think in Florida. Sorry we can't be in Florida. Punch out some chads, but anyway, have a nice happy birthday. Enjoy it. Maybe we'll meet you at the laundry to shake out some sheets.
Oh! Just kidding.
I moved the camera. Is the light on?
Happy birthday, Uncle Vin.
Happy birthday, Vin.
I still want that little dollhouse that Betsy had on Brinkerhoff Ave. You think you could arrange that? Love you.
And I still want my job back at Abe Loves. I miss it. We need you down there. See ya.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Uncle Vinny. This is your great nephew John saying happy birthday to you. And